Okay. I actually think I want Alice in Wonderland. Tarot in Wonderland. Hold on. Okay, I don't know what I did with it. Anyway. Oh. It's one of these. Yep, there it is. What is this? Oh, steampunk. Put that back here for later. Okay. All right, let's get some Tarot in Wonderland. All right, 35 seconds in. 38. And counting. Let's get it. Everything's plugged in. Good. All ready to roll? All right. What does wild card? Getting something about a wild card. What is this in reference to? I was getting ready to set an intention, but I heard wild card. So that could mean just anything, or somebody could be dealing with a wild card. Chariot in reverse. Page of Pentacles in the upright. Empress. Okay. Somebody could be a little bit off their rocker. Could that be what it is? Or somebody's deciding to, somebody's backing off. Somebody's backing off. They maybe see somebody as a wild card. Okay. Maybe that could be what somebody needs to do. Let's say you irritated someone. Let's say you got into it with somebody on social media. You know, one of these people that don't have a face. They don't have a, you know, a profile picture because, you know, whatever. Because they're cowardly. You know, let's say you get involved, you know, into something, you know, with one of them. You know, it could be something like that. Somebody could be needing to back away. Maybe you did something to make them back away. Okay, maybe they didn't have a good argument or something like that. You know, it could be something like that. If not, somebody's behavior is, I've said this before, unbecoming an empress. Well, you know, everyone's entitled to have a bad day. Everyone's entitled to have a bad day. All right. Now, there could be somebody who maybe there may have been somebody that was hoping in order to do something, to move forward with something, and they had every intention to do it, but then they were like, no, I can't right now, or I'm not able to. Maybe I'm a little bit afraid. I need to maybe rethink things, slow down a little bit, you know. How about, you know, let me just call you. I'm having an issue. Somebody could even be having an issue with a car or a vehicle, and they're just like, hey, I'll get back to you, you know. Somebody maybe needs to take care of their car. Somebody needs to take care of their car. So the Empress, that's the heart of the matter. Somebody's not taking care of something. You know, whatever this is. Chariot is a car. Okay. Perhaps somebody didn't, you know, do like the minimum, you know, do the minimum. And it could cause a problem. All right. So if this is in reference to a vehicle, somebody may be having some problems because they fail to take care of their routine maintenance. You know, very, very simple things in the long run. Okay. Not changing the oil after so long, the engine's not going to live its full life, its life expectancy. Okay. Now, if we don't want to look at this as in a car, you know, if this is metaphorical or if it's literal, it could be a car. If it's literal, it could be somebody who's not taking care of their health. They're not taking care of another person. They're not nurturing their relationship. They're not doing something that they should be doing. Okay. Maybe they're not moving forward with something, or they're just not being very fair about something. They could be very selfish, very controlling. You know, you do have something like that. Yeah. Who is this that's being controlling? You have Cancer Or a lot of times when I see these cards in reverse, I see it as kind of like a moon sign because it's the lower energy of it, the secret or the hidden energy. So it could be like a Cancer moon. It could be a Libra sun. It could also be a Taurus in there. Or, these are Venus ruled. Okay. So there could be somebody who, it could be a mom. It could be a mom or a mother. Maybe somebody left because they were very controlling. Maybe this is something about their nature that they don't know, that they're not aware of. Okay. It's not appealing. It's not sexy. It's repulsive. It's repugnant. People want to get away from that. Okay. People don't like people that are controlling. Be a little more fluid. Be a little more free. Loving, nurturing. So it's like this, okay? Nothing against the Queen of Swords. Ooh, look at that. All right, let me go back to my example. Nothing against the Queen of Swords. I love the Queen of Swords. She's a very strong woman. She's been through a lot, sadly. She's very strong, very outspoken, very smart. She's not someone you want to cuddle with. You don't want to cuddle with her. Okay? Does that make sense? Somebody that's controlling, or somebody that's always bossy, or like a bully, or always wants what they want. And you're not really allowed to have your say. This person's like, no, we're not doing that. Well, I really would like to get, I'd really like to get some chicken nuggets, or I could go for some McDonald's fries, No, we're not going there. I want to go here. Bad example, but, hopefully you get what I'm saying. Okay. That was a crappy example, but that's just kind of what came out. Now, I feel like that's part of somebody's nature. Maybe somebody isn't aware that that's part of their darker side of their nature. Is they're just very, very controlling, and because of that, it could be manifesting in certain things in their life. People could be getting away from them. Maybe people are seeing these things about them. Maybe people are just realizing, like, you know what, you actually do pick everything. We do everything that you want to do. We suggest things, and then you kind of turn it around and make it all about you. Or you have to kind of come in and actually like take it by the horns and try to mastermind it, and something like that. You have to be the boss about everything. Well, maybe you're not the boss of everything. All right. Tell me about this Three of Swords. Many of us have this. I don't want to say Achilles heel, but many of us have certain things about us that we are unaware of. Things that make us unattractive. We may not even know what it is, but we all have it. If we are aware of it, we can take care of it. We can fix it, extinguish it. Sometimes people aren't aware of it. Sometimes people they're just always going to be that way. They can't break that habit. They don't want to. Okay? Now, there is somebody that could be in a relationship with somebody who could be very much, it could be toxic. They could be, so it's like that thing where, you have somebody who's, she's beautiful, she's nurturing, she's loving, but to the person that she goes home to at night, she's not lovable. Okay? She may have actually had a lot of things like this happen in her life, realizing that certain people aren't really, and she may even get into a habit of like hurting people because she feels like she's going to hurt, like somebody's going to hurt her, so she likes to hurt people first. Okay? I am getting an element of that. Okay? very strange. To me, it's very strange. To me, it's very strange. You know. I understand it, but I don't understand it. Okay. All right. Now, this Eight of Swords and this Three of Swords. I feel like somebody has been cheated on. Now, if it is her, you know, something, maybe she feels cheated. Something like that. Maybe she feels like somebody kind of came in. Somebody could have came in and said, you know, a lot of times no. Well, I like to say we because I always like to include myself, but I'm not always included in everything, but I like to say that. So I'll still say it. We tend to well, something is being refused. All right, something is being refused. Bottom line, somebody's not taking care of something properly. They're not doing something. They're not very aware of something. They're just thinking that they can just kind of continue to keep going and going as business as usual. Well, you know, you're pushing somebody away. A lot of people lose really good partners. Okay. There you go. Some of the behaviors that somebody exhibits. It's given that. There's someone that wants to know why a particular person had left them. And it's something that they can't get past, they can't get over. Okay? The answer is they fell out of attraction. It happens. They lost attraction. And it's because of the way somebody was towards them, the way that they acted. All right. Somebody did put effort. They were trying to put effort. But maybe something that they did was never good enough. Maybe somebody was always cutting another person down. It feels like the predominant energy is feminine. Okay. When you lose attraction, it's near impossible to get back. Once that fire burns out and you're disgusted with somebody, sometimes somebody could have even become disgusted with somebody. Their behaviors. It's unattractive. It's not attractive. All right? Somebody needs to fix or think about something that they're doing. And let's just say they're not really aware of it. Maybe they just need to kind of sit with themselves. Chances are you ask somebody, they're not going to tell you. Even if you go to a therapist, the chances are they're not going to tell you. Because how people respond violently anymore. People are so afraid, and if you are honest with them, they'll want to sue you. So a lot of times you have people wandering around out here, they don't know where they're broken, they don't know where they can get themselves fixed because they don't want to hear it. Okay? Somebody's going to have to, if you're looking for something in your life, you're either going to have to get real with yourself, you're going to have to figure out what it is. Think about the patterns in your life. Whatever it is that you're doing. Perhaps other people have said this to you too. But you didn't hear it. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Something about the way another person treats their partners. Okay? Again, I had this a couple weeks ago. This is kind of coming back around. There's somebody that's just like, I took care of them. I did this. I wiped their behind. I did it. Well, sometimes, it's a two-way street. If you treat somebody like they're dumb, and they can't manage without you, they're going to act that way. And if you're going to do everything for them, well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't they let you? Why wouldn't they let you? That's human behavior. It's natural human behavior, at least from my experience. Humans are creatures of habit. All right? Somebody really needs to sit down and think about the things that they're doing. And this could even be bleeding into other parts of their life too. They could be doing that with friends or whatever. I don't know. Ten of Swords. So it's like this right here. Oh, that's in the reverse. See, the bunny's looking at me. Empress in reverse. There's somebody who probably caused a lot of fights or whatever it was. Something in them. I'm just seeing somebody controlling. I'm not necessarily seeing, well, this person can be very, very nasty. The Empress in reverse can be nasty, and you got the Five of Wands here. So somebody was just feeling trapped. They became unattracted to somebody because of the way that they were behaving. And, you know, whatever it was that they did, they backed away slowly. They probably pretended, you know, a lot of times people get very, very devastated because they don't understand that to them, they think everything's going and everything's, you know, just going, you know, this is, you know, whatever. I'm taking care of this person. This person can't have any better than me because I take care of everything. People, we have to get out of that mindset. Somebody will always find another person, especially if they're a good man or a good woman. It is very, very possible to find somebody else. It is. Okay? And if you don't think it's true, you're fooling yourself. There's a lot of good people out there. Just is. All right. Now, so it is. There's a nasty Empress here. There's a nasty Empress here. Okay. Now she may have money. She may have the upper hand with something. She may have treated somebody as if, you know, they're above. Maybe she made more money. That can be very emasculating, you know. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's not attractive to the opposite species that you're trying to attract. It's just not. I have no personal stake in this. well, I guess, well, yeah. Because I can see it because I'm attracted to women, so I can definitely see that. I don't find it attractive. Certain behaviors, personally. So I can sympathize with that. Whether somebody wants to hear this or not. Okay? All right. So you have somebody who, you know, what they're going to do is they're already going to be scoping somebody out. They're already going to be looking for somebody else. They're trying to find happiness. They're trying to find happiness too. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not necessarily seeing anything, any kind of hanky-panky, but I am seeing, you know, this doesn't have to be a third-party situation. This can just be simple heartache. Maybe somebody could suspect that somebody else was doing something behind their back. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. They probably wouldn't have been doing that if somebody was a little bit nicer to them. And not so controlling. And not acting like they were, you know, I'm this, you know, whatever. This big whatever. You know, it's something about that. Somebody could even be having a hard time finding others. This is going to be a hot topic, I'm telling you. I don't even know why. I don't even know if I want to upload this. It's just the battle of the sexes. Don't worry, because we always get, I always get readings for the opposite too. I get readings for both sides because I can see both sides. I've been on both sides. Okay? I understand both positions. All right? However, I'm not here trying to attract somebody of the opposite sex. All right? So, but I do understand. Somebody gets very, very devastated when I keep getting something that somebody's like devastated. They can't understand why, you know, what went wrong and why this person won't tell them. People are not going to tell you. They're just not going to tell you. It could be, I keep getting something, it's up to somebody to figure it out. Because people don't want to tell each other stuff anymore. People don't want to be honest with each other. People don't want to be vulnerable anymore. I'm not going to, you don't want to go up to somebody, because for one, you don't want to hurt their feelings, but two, you don't want the retaliation. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes on with that. Okay? We're just, in this part in human history, we can't do that. So we're going to have to be figuring stuff out for ourselves. Unfortunately. Okay? It's just the world that we live in anymore. You're probably not going to ever get the actual answer. So what are you going to do? And you got to stop fooling yourself thinking that, because here's something else. Here's another trap that people are falling into. And I know that they are. And this is people on both sides of the fence. Masculine and feminine energies. People have this idea that somebody, if they hurt you and you're still, and they're moving on with their life, they're happy, they have this person, they have that person, and you're like, oh, that person is never going to be happy because they know that they did you wrong and things are going to, that person's looking for happiness and they're trying to find it and it wasn't with you. Okay? I've been there too. Okay? It just happens. Sometimes we do things that it turns off the other person. They're like, I got to get the hell out of here. Okay? Whether it's you or maybe there's just somebody, maybe they were dating up. Regardless. For that matter, if somebody has found somebody else and they're moving on with their life and you're still wallowing in it, what does that tell you? They wanted to be happy and they did something to find somebody that would make them happy. And when that one doesn't make them happy, they'll move on. Chances are they could be looking for their forever person. But certain people do certain things that makes them run. We have to look at things from the opposite side also. We have to be able to look at things from both angles. I don't know if I'm going to upload this. I don't know. All right. That's it. Good luck. There's going to be info down in the description if you feel like reading it. Sure you do. The ones that need to hear this message, the ones that are becoming awakened and enlightened, will be very open and welcome to this message. And they're going to get it. And they really do want to elevate. And they really do want to find. They really do. So I know that this message is going to go to the person or people that really need it, that want to hear it, who want to be better. I know it will. The ones that are offended by it, they're not ready for it. And that's okay. That's okay. Good luck. See you next time.